If you gave me a magic wand and said that I can use it to change anything I would like about Taiwan and it would work, what would I change? That's a good question, and honestly, not an easy one to answer because I've lived here for a while and I had a hard time coming up with these answers because life here is, honestly, it's pretty great. Got myself a nice Taiwanese healthy meal, which is the classic bag full of microplastics. See, life in Taiwan is just so smooth, it's so easy, the gears are greased, everything just works here. But I think the first thing I would change is wood, which is weird. What do I mean by wood? Concrete, metal, and tiles are the three main things used in Taiwanese construction. You see, I've had to sort of disguise my apartment by placing different pieces of art and rugs and all kinds of things to sort of cover up. Does that look straight to you? Just to give you an example, these are two art pieces done by my buddy Josh. He's a tattoo artist here in Taichung. These are Japanese banners that have been given to me by my friends. In fact, most of the artwork in my apartment has been given to me by my friends, like this flag, that Taipei 101 piece was done by a local artist here. You see, without any of this stuff, my apartment would basically just be concrete and white, and I don't know, it just wouldn't feel very cozy, so I have to put up all this stuff, make it look a little bit messy, I guess, but it makes my place feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more cozy. And that's why it's the first thing I would change about Taiwan. This is where we start talking about wood. See, I think if Taiwan used more wood in its construction, it would go a long way to making Taiwan feel more welcoming, more cozy, higher quality. Taiwan's not a third world country, but it sometimes looks like one because of all the corrugated metal, concrete, that kind of things it uses. Now, to show you what I'm talking about, why using wood in Taiwan isn't really possible, we're gonna have to go on a little walk and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is Taiwanese nature, kind of. It's beautiful. Well, I thought it was going to be more beautiful than this. I thought I went to a different trail that was closer to my house. I apologize. I'll throw some clips of more beautiful parts of Taiwan. But my point is that Taiwan has a lot of natural beauty. But Taiwan's really small. And Taiwanese people find this type of thing, nature, trees and all that, very precious, and they don't want it touched. And so 35, 40 years ago, they banned logging. So what that essentially means is that you never see wood used in anything in Taiwan, really, not for construction. But I wish it would. I think that wood would make Taiwan look a lot more cozier, a lot prettier. It would increase the quality of life here to a degree that matches the personality of Taiwanese people. But I get it, I'm just gonna flip the camera around, get the sunset through the trees. I get it, it's pretty, and people don't want to touch this. People don't want it to be destroyed, and so I understand that. And also, if you're gonna work with wood, it takes a certain level of craftsmanship. It takes a lot more maintenance to deal with. Using wood makes things feel better. It makes things look better. And I just wish Taiwan had more of it, but it's too expensive. It all has to be imported. And wow, look at this. Right as I'm about to finish my point, we have a gorgeous view. Flip the camera around again of Taichung's power plant. Isn't that gorgeous? What a juxtaposition between the nature of Taiwan and that big ass power plant. That's one of the largest ones in the world, actually, and it provides quite a lot of power for the area. But I mean, you see what I mean, right? Like, even with the ugly power plant, it's still very pretty. Actually, you know what? One thing I would have changed, that didn't make my list, but just wanted to give it a quick mention, is the weather. It's very hot in Taiwan. Ever since I did the 两山不对挑战 I get, I guess it was a 挑战. I get 挑战 and 吵架mixed up sometimes. But ever since I did that challenge, I just accept the fact that I'm hot. One of the things that this training is for is to break you down. And I don't think it worked on me because I don't have a personality to break down. But it definitely just taught me how to accept being hot rather than fight it. In everyday life, you can wear linen clothes. Other than just accept it. You're just hot. That's life here. And it's not worth complaining about. Oh, hello, dog. Look at the dog at the top of the stairs waiting for me. Oh no, he's not waiting for me. Please don't kill me. Hi. Hello. Those dogs had leashes, so they're pets. So I know they probably won't bite. I'm not so scared of dogs with leashes. The third thing I would change about living in Taiwan, if I could change anything, would be that I wish that Taiwanese people would take better care of their things. The idea of stewardship doesn't really seem to be important in Taiwan. I'll give you an example. This is mine. It's a 2016 Yamaha S-Max, and I like it. I like it a lot. It works well. I take care of it. I get my oil changes every 1,000 kilometers. I get my transmission fluid changed every other oil change. I wash it, and I try to take care of it. And I've also never dropped this scooter, but if you take a closer look, you probably wouldn't believe me. I mean, look at how scratched up the side of my scooter is. It looks like I've been in a major accident. You look all down the side of my scooter, it's just chipped, it's scratched, it's got all kinds of dings on it. Even though I've never crashed the scooter, I've never been in an accident with this, but you wouldn't really be able to tell because of the way that my scooter looks. And the reason for that is because of parking in Taiwan and how little Taiwanese people care about their scooters and the things that they own. In fact, if you look at all of these scooters, motorcycles, cars behind me, I guarantee if we took a closer look, they would all be scratched, dented, just not in really great condition. That's just because Taiwan, you know, it's a small island, parking is hard to come by, and when you're in a rush and you can't find a space, then you're probably going to sacrifice your scooter, your car, your paint, whatever, by wedging it in a tight parking space and then scratching up your stuff. And that's really annoying. Taiwanese people don't really seem to care about your things either. I try to park my scooter in a place that's not so close to other people, but you know, still someone will wedge their scooter next to mine and scratch it. And it's fine. I've lived here long enough where I'm used to it. And so I don't mind if my scooter's a little bit scratched anymore. Because I've lived in Taiwan so long, I've adapted this mentality of not really caring about my stuff. But that's now changed because I own a Honda Rebel, which I spent a lot of money on. That bike, you know, is special to me, and I would like to keep it nice. And I find it really hard to do that, and I find myself becoming very nervous when I try and park it, because I know that someone's gonna come along and scratch it or sit on it, or, you know, whatever. I've had people like sit on my motorcycle, it's like, you know, and it's a very big cultural difference, because if you go to North America or Europe and you sit on someone else's motorcycle, you're probably gonna get yelled at. So yeah, if I could change anything, I wish Taiwanese people would just take better care of their stuff. Stewardship. Anyways, the reason I'm here is because I'm meeting Alan to shoot the Alan and Prozzy podcast, which you can check out over on Patreon.
Fancy seeing you here.
If you could change anything about Taiwan, what would you change?
I would move it to just off the shore of England. I would make Taiwanese people a little less critical of others online. Not just me, but I've recently heard some horrible stories about female YouTubers and female influencers being overly judged. And I know that happens all over the world, but in Taiwan, it's a little bit childish how Taiwanese people don't allow us to be adults and don't allow us to make mistakes, don't allow us to be human beings.
Handsome boy! This is a great place to shoot a podcast, eh?
It is.
Here at the university in Izhong to see my buddy Mark beat up a guy. My buddy Mark's been going through a pretty impressive transformation over the last few years into a boxer. He's lost a ton of weight. Now he's boxing amateur. So we're gonna see if we can go find him.
One thing I would change about Taiwan is more fighting.
More fighting.
More drinking and fighting.
Yeah. Make it a bit more like England. Where's Mark?
I was getting wrapped up somewhere.
What's going on, man? You excited?
I'm nervous as shit.
What's your predictions?
I'm gonna get a lucky shot in within the first 3 seconds and go home and eat some pizza.
Good luck, man. Oh! That's it, Mark! Yes, Mark!
Keep it going, Mark. Keep going.
Yeah, Mark!
两位角获胜。
Good job, Mark. What a win.
Well done, bro. Proud of you. Well done.
Jesus. Yeah, good God, Mark. You're trying to kill the guy. Near the end there, you really came back. All right, if you could change anything about Taiwan, what would it be?
I wish it was colder, man. It's hot right now. And it's like, so it's 7, almost 7 o'clock right now in spring. But you got me a couple of good times with my nose. Yeah.
A little bit of blood, it's all right.
A little bit. Okay. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
There you go. Good job, man. That's gotta feel good. What'd you think of that fight? That was exciting.
Fucking good, man. It makes you feel like a man, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Watching your friend beat someone up.
Out of some other dude. God damn, I'm proud of Mark though. Like if I don't think I have any photos of him, but I really wish you guys could see what Mark looked like 2 years ago
Yeah,
compared to what he was now. He was
over 100 kgs like me.
he was a big fella, and now he's in great shape, knocking people's blocks off left, right, and center.
And he's disciplined as well. When we go out, he's not always getting smashed. He's
He
goes home early, controls himself. So
spends a lot of time in the gym. Good for him. That's a Suzuki Jimny with
With
a
a Brabus
Mercedes Brabus body
badge.
kit on it. That's hilarious. Let's go to the pool party.
shake on sushi at the pool.
Yeah.